A new mission. It's time to find some mystery and spoil the bad guy's plan. Friends, are you ready for the mission? Friends, are you ready for the mission, friends? Yeah, Krabby Boy was sleeping. Is it so? Krabby, are you sleeping? Krabby? Krabby was drugged by bad guys. He is my assistant. Yeah? Krabby is my assistant, but bad guys drugged him. He's very active guy. Ah, so let's find some mystery and spoil the bad guy's plan. What is that mystery, friends? What is that mystery? This is not a fan, friends. This is the virus contained box which we have to just disable it. Not to spread. We can do it. This is not about calculations. This is about using the gadgets. How to use the detective doughnut gadgets. It's time for gadgets. It's time for gadgets. It's time for gadgets. How to use the gadgets and to find and to save the old from the bad guys and to save the old from bad guys. A little song for my mission. A little song for my mission. A little song for my mission, friends. It is audible. Yeah. So this is the object containing the virus. This is just an object, but where the virus they kept it at the bottom of the fan or inside the fan. At where? Check it out. Check it out. Yeah. But 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 the fan was mm, having a tight security. I can't touch it. If i touch the if i touch it, I get something, bad rays, electric rays or different black rays, so I can't touch. I try to touch. I can feel some bad impact. So first first my job is to analyze it. Front, left, right, back side and top. And There's a line was passing, a four side lines. The bad rays means is filled with new type of electronic radiations, but I'm using my specialized gadgets so I can't get, so I won't get. Wait, wait a minute, friends, wait a minute. I'm getting a huge impact from the mysterious, from the mysterious, from the mysterious object. So I have to move away from the mysterious object. Now I am safe. Now it's time to analyze the fan. It is just looking like a normal fan, but if a single wrong move from me, it might blast or it might release the virus, a deadly virus. Like, share, subscribe, comment it, and share your thoughts about this mission. I try to touch it. If I'm not getting any electric shock or I'm not getting any impact from the negative rays or different rays. But as a detective, I have to be very careful and cautious and take some precautions. So I'm using my gadget. Wait for a minute, friends. Wait for a minute. This is the gadget to disable the electric shock. But how it is possible? There is no plug point. How, friends? How, friends? How? Watch it and give some ideas how to disable the virus. First, we have to check where the electric shock it will produce. When I touch from bottom onwards, from bottom, no, there is no shock from the bottom. I won't getting shock from the bottom. Did I get from top of the object? I have to be very careful, friends. If the moment when I put this gadget on the top of this object, it will get beep sound. So it means it's a danger. I must not touch the top of object. So I have to disable the object. It is possible, friends. Let me try it. It is safe. I'm not getting any beep sound. Checking twice. Checking twice is important. It is safe. But how about the top of the object? Let us check from the corners. I have to increase my gadget power if the power of electric using the bad guys if it is more then my gadget may be broken or it might disable its power so it won't work. Let us see how far my gadget work against the bad guys electric current rays or bad rays. I just increased my gadget power. To be very careful, friends. Remember, if I'm getting beep sound, the object is filled with electric current. They are using some sensors to monitor the gadget, enemy's gadget, the fan object. If I'm not getting any beep sound, so there are no sensors. Beep 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 beep. I'm getting beep sound heavily, so it's time to disable the power. We can't cut off the power supply, but there's a separate line for this object. I got a report from my headquarters, so I have to find the line to cut out the power supply for this object. But where is that power supply for this object? I found a wire, but this wire is just a tricky wire. If I touch it, I might get electric shock. This is a trick from the enemies and bad guys. Now it's time to analyze the top of the object, whether there's a electric power supply. Uh, I have to use my gadget again. I'm using spe- very special glasses to find the electric rays. You can't see it, those rays. You can't see it, but only I can see it. I found so many rays which even I can't touch, even my gadget can't working. Now my gadget is not working at all. As I told, the enemies are using very strong electric rays. So I have to use my another gadget. This is a mini antenna and with filled with some special technically devices, mini devices fixed at the back of this antenna, which can disable the electric power supply for a fraction of seconds. That is enough to disable the electric current. So I can touch it and remove the object which protecting the fan. Let's do it. But how to use it? I have to put my gadget inside the hole and remaining job the antenna will be doing by itself. It is very capable. Krabi is very active now. Let's disable the electric current. The power supply. I have to check it again to get whether I'm getting any beep sound. No. Beep, 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 beep. I'm getting beep sound. It is a tough task. It is a very tough task, friends. I've I found there are many holes. Some holes are having electric shock, and some holes I'm not getting any beep sound. Beep, 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 beeping heavily. Safe. Now we can check it again. Beep, beep, beep. I'm getting a beep sound. So this portion they are having some power supply which I can't touch it, and this side I can touch it, but I can't touch with my bare hands. I can't touch this object with my bare hands. But this particular portion, even my gadget can't work. This is a mini object, but they fixed the given heavy electric power supply which even gadgets can't work it. So this is very tough task. We can calculate, we can solve the problems, but using the gadgets it's different object and different scenario. What you say, friends? It's time to save the old. Let's check the top and right hand side whether I'm getting a beep sound. Unknown. I'm not getting any sound, but I am I'm getting a I'm getting many sounds, many sounds. This shows there is electric power on top of this object. See friends, I can't touch it with bare hands. I'm just disabling the electric power supply with my gadget so I can touch it. I'm not getting any sound. 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 Beep, 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 beep. I'm getting some sound. I'm getting some sound. I'm getting some sound. It's time to remove the gadget. I have to be very careful. I have to be very careful. Krabi is very busy with his work. It's time to it's time to disable the power supply. This mission is very tough mission. We don't know how to disable the power supply, but there's a power supply with four sides, one from top, one from bottom, and remaining two with left side and right side. The power supply is what I said, top, bottom, left, right, or this. Top, bottom, left, right. I'm going to use my gadget to disable the power supply. Let us check. It's time to use the different part of the gadget. Here, this is a equalizer, which it will it will just disable the power supply just for 20 minutes, so we can do it easily. Easily means we can cut off the power supplies, and it's then and then we can remove the object and we can finish our mission. I have to explain everything so you can understand, friends. Without explanation you can't understand anything what I'm doing and why I'm using my gadgets and what is the purpose using my gadgets and what are the uses of my gadgets. As I checked, there is a power supply underground. So it's time to put it in the center point of the connections. As I used, as I said, excuse me friends, as I said, I going to use this part of the gadget to equalize the current power supply. The power supply very huge and heavy, so I have to use the other side of the object. I'm just using my gadget to cut off the power supply. How this gadget cu- cut off the power supply? This gadget contains a mini equipment will cut the wire. I'm not getting any impact. Yeah, done. Finally done it. This gadget having a mini cutter inside like robot, it will cut the wire. So the power, excuse me friends, there is no power for this object. But what about the left side, right side, back side? Let us check whether the object containing the power supply. If I'm getting beep sound, if I'm not getting any beep sound, the mission is accomplished just for one part. It's safe. The reading shows 0, so there is totally no electric power supply. The gadget has done its job. I'm using a different gloves which are very sensitive gloves to avoid electric current shocks. It's safe, but I'm getting some shocks like mosquito bites, honeybee bites. I have to plug it to totally disable the electric power supply for the top side. For the top side. Sorry, friends, for front side. This electric power supply making my mind confused. I'm saying top again, but it's a front side. I plugged it and I just to just switch the gadget. Still I'm getting readings from electric power. Now there is no power supply. I can touch it. I'm not feeling any electric power supply, even honeybee bite. It's time to remove the object. Let me check couple of times there is a power supply or not. According to the reports, if I disable the power supply from on the top of the sorry friends from the front side, I can remove the object. Totally there is no power supply friends. Totally there is no power supply. There are some buttons to remove this object. At the back side of this object, th- there are some buttons behind, but I don't know which button it is. But I'm using this gadget again to find which button to disable the power supply fully. No, no, no means it is not a right button. No, no, yes, no, yes, no. It's a typical object. No, yes, no, yes. I can't find a perfect button. This gadget looks a mini gadget, but it's very powerful and very efficient. The capability of this gadget is heavy and much for a detective or spies to use it. Now it's time to plug this at the top of this gadget, top of this object. If I'm saying no, it is a wrong supply. If I'm saying yes, then it's a correct plug-in to disable the electric power supply. No, 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 no. Yes, no, yes, no. No, 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 no. S, 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 S. Finally, I find the right plug-in point using this gadget to permanently disable the power supply with just one click from this gadget. If your friends, if you get a sound like torch, then the power supply is totally disabled. It will get some seconds. The gadget is taking some time to disable the entire current electric power supply only for this object. But I have just 10 seconds of time remaining. If the gadget fails, the mission is failed. If gadget is finishing its job in a 10 seconds, now it's a 8 seconds, the mission will be accomplished. 7, 6, 4, torch. Friends, you hear the sound torch. The mission is accomplished. Now it's time to remove this object where the bad guys the fix the virus. Let's do it, friends. Let's do it. It is not an easy to remove this object as I am still getting some electric. shocks. There, there is some impact which I have to use again the gadget. And I'm just rotating this object so we can remove the object. This is a rotating object to remove the object. I have to use my gadget whether I'm getting electric shock. Yes, I'm getting. I have to touch only front side of this object. Again front, again front, front, front. This is the front side sign. Rotate back. Now rotate left side. Now rotate left side. Now rotate front side. Now I have to check about the power supply whether I am getting electric shocks. I am safe. No electric shock from the top of this object and no electric shock from the left side. Now it's time to check. Now it's time to check back right side. It is safe. How about the back side? It is safe. Finally, mission accomplished, friends. How to remove objects. Just one button press to disable the virus. But what are those buttons? A single wrong move, it will spread the virus. I have to be very careful and I have to use the gadget again. Now again I'm using my antenna gadget. Now I'm going to use a backside of this antenna to find where the rays are going on. If if the antenna falls right side, then the button will be right side. If the antenna showing left side, then it means the button may we have to press left button. I have to put this antenna backside. What you seeing? where I'm pointing out with my pointing finger, that side, back side of the antenna. I have to put it uh, in between the two buttons. I placed it. My gadget is taking some time. Which side, friends? Left or right? Left or right? Left side or right side button? A final button to disable the virus and to save the world and to put an end for this mission. You can notice the antenna is moving on the both sides. Is it a right side? Oh, it is showing left side. Again right. It is very tricky, friends. It is very tricky. I have to be very careful. A single wrong move, it might blast or it might release the virus. Now it is showing right side. Let me try once again. Let me try once again, friends. Let me try once again. Now I'm going to use antenna side to get some clues. Both are wrong buttons, friends. If I pressed any one of the button, it might blast. The readings shows very heavily what my antenna readings said heavy, 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 heavy. But where's the button? Can you find? Can you predict which side the button will be having? Front side, right, left, bottom, back side, top of the fan. We can do it, friends, we can do it. It's time to use my gadget again to find which side. I'm not getting any electric sense. I'm not getting any electric sense. I'm not getting any, electric shocks. Now it's time to put my backside of the antenna to find which side of the button it was now. Right side or left side? Friends, now the bad news, my gadget has failed due to heavy power supply. The fan power has got. The enemies are very clever to end disabling my gadgets. They know how cleverly I use my gadgets to disable their mysterious, very advanced machines. But this but this time the enemies are very powerful. Their thoughts are very high, but don't think wrong. I'm a detective donut. I can do it any mission successfully. I can solve any equation, some or disable the virus, even disable any type of enemies, machines, or gadgets. It's time to save the old. Again, now I have just a 1 minute of time. Sorry, friends. Another bad news, my gadget is going to fail. I just give some power supply with my gadget. So my antenna gets some power. With this gadget I can give some power supply to my antenna. Above average. My antenna is just working above average. It shows 20 seconds to find the mysterious button, left or right side. The antenna very quickly it is showing both buttons, left right left right left right. Oh my god, it has stopped working. What am going to do now? What I going to do now, friends? What I going to do? Now it is showing left side. I think antenna is not working totally. Now I going to use this. Now I going to use this side of my gadget. This gadget called J9, created and invented by Jesse J09. Is a very smart guy in creating gadget expert. This gadget name called J09, J-09. Just press a button, a sensitive button. I pressed it. It's working. It will shake when it works. I put it inside the plug point. Now I'm going to use this gadget. Excuse me, friends. Now again I'm going to place inside the plug-in, and now it's time to put This antenna invented by Chuck Charlie, another gadget expert. Friends, the antenna shows both sides. The antenna just in neutral side. It is not showing left side or right side. So, what is my next move? Whether to press or not to press? It's very tricky mission, friends. Or we have to press both the buttons at one time. We have to press the both buttons at one time. A single wrong move, it will burst. I got a report from Jesse J09. If I am pressing one button, it will burst. If I am pressing wrong time both the buttons, also it will burst. I have to be very careful. Just